Welcome to the Alchemy for Authors podcast. I'm your host, Jo Buer. If you're an author, aspiring author, writer, or wordsmith, you're in the right place. Join me as I chat with authors and industry professionals and share my own experiences with using manifestation and mindset practices to supercharge our writing lives. We'll explore ways to overcome writer's block and imposter syndrome. We'll find motivation and inspiration to get our butts in the chair and our stories written. And most importantly, we'll embark on creating lives and livings doing what we love. If you've ever dreamed of a prolific, wealthy, happy or healthy author career or writing practice, then this show is for you. So let's dive into Alchemy for Authors. Hello, my lovelies. Here we are with episode 72 of Alchemy for Authors. And here we are heading into February. Can you even believe it? Tomorrow, I'm officially back at the day job after a bit of a break. Although I have to admit, every day this past couple of weeks has been me intensively prepping to go back. So a lot of my writing stuff has needed to take a back seat. And it's making me horribly tetchy to get back into it. So in today's episode, I have wonderful repeat guests Carissa and Tammy Tyree join me. And you're going to hear Carissa reference my discordant energy. So this is what she's talking about. In case you were wondering if being a student of manifestation meant you were always high vibes and positive energy, no. Not at all. Not writing and not doing my book stuff can get me out of those vibes super fast. And I think that's useful to remember. We're all human, so we're all going to have our good days and our bad, and knowing all the things does not make us immune to that. But it's just doing what Carissa talks about in this episode, catching ourselves when the negativity or bad mood hits, and then reaching out for that next better feeling or thought. And of course, give yourself some grace. My discordant energy is trying to capture my attention and remind me that maybe right now I've been investing too much energy in the wrong things. And I think it's right. If you've got a little discordant energy hanging around you right now, maybe you need to ask yourself, what exactly is it trying to tell you? What changes do you need to make? For me, I need to put the outside of the day job work aside and get back into my writing. Anyway, today I have a wonderful show for you with not just one, but two amazing guests. Both Carissa and Tammy have been on the show before, so I'm going to put links to their previous episodes in the show notes for you. Carissa Andrews is the CEO of Author Revolution and the Millionaire Author Coach. Carissa is a thought leader on financial empowerment and abundance mindset for indie authors. Through her compelling digital courses, one-on-one coaching, and her acclaimed Author Revolution podcast, she empowers indie authors to intentionally design an author career they love. She's been a speaker for Allies Self-Publish Con, Incas Con, Idaho Writers Guild Conference, the Indie Author Project, Kobo Writing Life, and Plotter. She's also been featured in Entrepreneur, The Star Tribune, and others. She was declared one of the top 30 entrepreneurs disrupting their industries in 2022 by Disruptors magazine. Carissa has a unique background in the indie author community, having worked in all areas of publishing since she was 14 years old. She's worked for retail bookstores, publishers, printers, and is an award-winning graphic designer and indie author with more than 20 books published. She understands the challenges and opportunities indie authors have from a holistic viewpoint. As she combines her love of authorship and publishing with her keen interest in manifestation and the law of attraction, students are leveling up like never before. Tammy Tyree is a rising literary sorceress. She weaves enchanting tales that blend the ordinary with the supernatural, entrancing readers with her spellbinding stories. She crafts her characters and stories from her unique personal experiences and cases as a clinical hypnotherapist. With a touch of sass and a dash of the paranormal, Tammy's stories create a profound connection with readers, leaving behind a trail of fascination and wonder. So today's epic conversation with Carissa and Tammy is around manifestation for authors, one of my favorite topics right now. And this episode also has a strong focus on the benefits of hypnosis to help you with your manifestation, to help you move through, shift, and reframe your limiting beliefs to help transform your mindset and supercharge your ability to manifest. You are also going to hear about 2 amazing upcoming opportunities to work alongside Tammy and Carissa to really up-level your mindset and author careers and experience for yourself the transformative power of hypnosis. So that when that discordant energy does come knocking, you have got all the tools in your toolkit to recognize what it's trying to tell you and move through it in a positive way. And make sure you stick around to the very end of this episode to find out how, as an Alchemy for Authors listener, you can indulge in and save on some amazing opportunities to bring more abundance into your life. For the moment, though, now's the time for you to grab a drink, find a comfy chair, sit back, and enjoy the show. Hello, Carissa and Tammy. I'm so excited to have you back on the show. Welcome.
Thanks,
Oh
Joe.
my goodness, thanks for having us.
So I'm excited to chat with both of you today because you've got some really exciting things coming up in February. Some exciting things are going to happen in February. I'm losing track of where we are. So we have got the Millionaire Author Challenge and the Millionaire Author Manifestation course that you will be launching and putting out there in the world in February here. And so I wanted to chat with you both about what your take on manifestation and the law of attraction is, just to kind of give your own perspective to my listeners.
Excellent. So, Tammy, do you want to go first?
Nope.
What do you
go
think
ahead.
about what? Put me on the spot. I see how you are. Well, for me, manifestation is very simple. It's literally just turning your thoughts into things and getting whatever your heart desires, because I've come to the conclusion that whatever our desires are, it's really divine guidance kind of pointing us in the right direction of where it is we want to go. So when we're feeling that discordant energy, I'm looking at you, Joe. When we're feeling a discordant energy, there's typically a reason behind it, because our desires are pointing us in a different direction and we haven't quite decided, that magical superpower that we all have, what direction we want to go and how full force we're going to go into it. But for me, manifestation is just, it's changed my world in so many ways since I kind of, I guess, fell back into it. Like, it's been something that I've studied for a long time, but I, like many people, most people, we kind of have our ebbs and flows with things that we learn or things that we apply, or life gets in the way, weird stuff comes in, and, divorces or kids get born, or, who knows, all the things. Sometimes life just gets in the way, and then you have to kind of circle back around and refresh your memory. And so that's kind of what manifestation was for me, I guess about 5 years ago. And my life has drastically altered just in those 5 years alone. So it's been a lot of fun. And I met you guys during that time frame. So obviously it's amazing.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. From my point of view with manifestation and anything to do with that side of yourself that includes or utilizes a part of your brain that you can't even appreciate, your subconscious mind, is what we're teaching is how to do that better, how to be able to go deeper, how to cut through some of the crap that you tell yourself in order for it to become that much more feasible, that much faster. So yeah, manifestation is, it's not always about doing the vision boards and all of these things. Like there's other ways, methods, means, and layers to the process and how to go about it successfully. So that's what we've designed into the course.
Wonderful.
We hit it from so many different layers too, on both the challenge, which will be coming up February 5th, and also the Millionaire Author Manifestation course, which is a 12-week course. It's a much bigger, meatier course going on. But both of them, I mean, we hit it from a lot of different layers where it just comes from like either games and understanding aspects of manifestation, or worksheets that'll help you kind of think through like your limiting beliefs and reframe them, figure out the next steps, figure out what it is you really do want. Plus, Tammy is a board certified clinical hypnotherapist, and so she brings a layer to our courses that are it just blows my mind every time because she brings her hypnoses to the table, and then I bring meditations, and so we have so many different things that are involved in both of the courses, including Millionaire Author Challenge, because it's going to be launching this year with new content, which is going to be those hypnoses and meditations.
Yes, I'm really excited about that, and that's, I think, a pivotal piece to the programs itself. And then because we do the 12-week piece and then meet monthly, we're also including that again every single month, every time that we're meeting with the students, which is like forever. So as once you're part of the
Yeah,
course, then you're part
until we decide that we're too old for it.
yeah.
So much fun. I love that. Well, let's go then just a little bit more in depth so you can explain exactly what you're offering, because you're starting February the 5th, I think, with the Millionaire Author Challenge. So can you just talk a little bit more about what people can expect if they were to join that challenge?
Sure. Really, that's kind of like the basic essence of what manifestation is, at least in my mind, the way that I created that course. It's about understanding manifestation and its steps so that you can more clearly understand and define what it is that you're trying to manifest. But also it's meant to help you change your mindset or shift from a place of feeling like you're in a lack mentality or feeling like you're in a place where things aren't working, so that you can understand when you're in that place, when you're in that mindset of, why is this not working for me yet? Or when is this going to work, for me? Or any of those thoughts, that's actually keeping you stuck because of the law of attraction, holding you to that vibration. And so in order to shift into a new possibility, a new version of your reality, sometimes it takes games, sometimes it takes hypnosis, sometimes it takes some active conscious effort. And then a lot of the times it takes some very deep work in the subconscious mind to be able to shift those beliefs, especially if they've been embedded for a long time. And so the challenge is 5 days. It's meant to be like that very tip of the iceberg, kind of understand how manifestation works, understand why it's important for authors to learn it, have fun doing it. And then the bigger course, the MAM course, is 12 weeks intensively. So we are going through, like Tammy said, every single week we're talking with the authors. So we meet during the live launch of the Millionaire Author Manifestation course. We're meeting every week. So it's not just once a month during that time frame. We're meeting every week, talking with them. We're doing group hypnosis during that discussion. And then we go on after the 12 weeks are over to do monthly calls and continue that process of helping them to stay in that vibe, stay in alignment, understand, how to shift back when sometimes our thoughts or our actions or vibration starts to move off into a different realm because it happens to the best of us, myself included. And we're always in that place of having to shift back and choose a better feeling thought, a better feeling place.
So you've both been playing around with manifestation and in this world for a long time, and you're both authors and doing amazing things with that. So can you talk a little bit about how manifestation has impacted upon your author careers?
I think for me personally, the fact that I am one award-winning one, that's something that I've wanted and thought about for so long, and then truly making it happen has been part of that manifestation process for me. I think probably for me, though, even more divinely timed is actually meeting Carissa and becoming part of this project and this world. And that has been just a beautiful up-leveling for me in my own life. And it seems like everything that happens now, everything that I think that I would like to do, just it comes about. And, all these, got some really amazing things happening outside of the author stuff as well. And it's just been easy. Everything is coming so easy because I am always sort of in that frame of mind of anything that I create turns to gold. And that's one of the things, actually, I was talking to a couple of students this morning, and they're so excited, even though they've done the course, so excited for it again, because every year they are part of the challenge and going through it again, because every time that they go through a lesson or do that hypnosis over again or that meditation over again, something else occurs, something else happens, something else blossoms and blooms. and they just get so excited. So I love watching that, like being part of that is just like, oh, this is just fantastic. What about you,
You
Carissa?
bet. I agree with that. It's like that spiritual spiral where like they start at the beginning, myself included, but you start at the beginning of the spiral and it just kind of like you keep learning it over and over again. So every time you cycle through the course or cycle through the challenge or cycle through even just listening to the hypnoses or the meditations over and over, you are going to have different experiences because it's just so powerful of an attractor of a subconscious like kickstart, you know what I mean? It's just great. And for me, since starting a lot of, since starting the courses for sure, but even before then, manifestation has changed the way I look at my author career. Like in the beginning, I remember thinking like, when is this gonna work? When is this gonna, go bigger? When is this gonna like, it's gonna be this next series, it's gonna be this next book, it's gonna be this next whatever. And then get disappointed when it wasn't as big as I thought maybe it should be, because I wasn't in the right frame of mind to see things as they were. The broader perspective of me, has always wanted my author career to be a stable foundation. I've always wanted it to be this place where I could trust and be secure in that it's going to take care of me. Well, most of the time, you're not going to build a solid foundation, blasting off right away, right? So, of course, I'm building it slowly. Of course, like looking at it after the fact, I'm like, of course, it's working out this way. Everything's working out for me because ultimately what I really wanted was this. And so it's about taking a closer look at what you're truly desiring too, because sometimes we say, oh, I want that millionaire author career. Well, of course I do. Absolutely, I do. And absolutely anyone can have it. But sometimes we're not 100% externally motivated for that, at least not right in the beginning, because it almost feels too far or it feels like it's going to be too hard to get there. So it's like we have to look at our careers a little bit differently or from different angles at times. And so when I started doing that, things started clicking and things started getting easier, like Tammy just said. And like getting book club deals was no problem. Getting, though I was also picked as an award-winning author in 2021 myself, and international bestseller for I think 3 of my series now. So it's like all these things kind of keep clicking into place. But it is for me as well, Tammy. Like meeting you last year was so serendipitous because you were in the rapid release roadmap course, and I was just like, who is this lady? She is so cool. Like I had to read her book after one session coming into one of the calls. And then I'm like, I need to know this lady. Like, this is so great. Like, there was just something about reading her memoir that I was like, this is amazing. And it's not like for the faint of heart either. Like Tammy's gone through some hard stuff. Read her memoir. You'll see what I mean. And because
really
out and it's so good. But it's just, meeting her and being able, it was like, we were just having this conversation the other day. It's like, I don't even know which one of us was like, you need to be a part of the MAM course. It was one or both of us. I don't even know. Well, it just happened. And so now she's here and I'm so glad she is.
I think I took the challenge or something. And then I said, you know what would be really great for this program? Or you may have even just wanted my opinion and gave me access to it or something. I don't know. I remember.
I don't remember.
It's like, what do you think? Or maybe it was after I said like hypnosis would be really, really make this like put the extra icing on it, make it super, super powerful. And that was it. And then I was basically not reading for a month because I was busy writing scripts and recording hypnosis.
You got sucked right in.
I had threw my writing off for a couple of months there, but it was good. Oh, I gotta get this.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's just come together beautifully because I'm a member of the Millionaire Author Manifestation course. So right when you first rolled it out and everything. And I've also got your membership for the Future You meditation and hypnosis series as well. And the added hypnosis that you get in both of those is just, I don't know, it's just something extra. We were talking about this before pressing record. But it just, I don't know, it just, like the meditations in that are wonderful and I absolutely love them and I use them on a regular basis. But there's something about the extra impact that the hypnosis has to take you deeper and to just kind of leave you feeling amazing as you come back into the real world as well. So it definitely, I think, sets these challenges and this course and everything apart for sure. Yeah.
Well, and it's also Tammy's amazing Reiki master ability to get the infused into everything she does. because from as a one Reiki master to another, it's like I feel it every time she does one of those hypnoses. Every single time. I'm always just like, okay, that was like awesome. I don't even want to come out of this yet. What?
You're basically useless after that. You're just like,
I am, yeah. I'm like, do we have to finish this call, or do I have to like get up out of my couch or bed or wherever I was just doing this?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's great.
and part of all of that, if anybody's concerned with or have never been in hypnosis before, it's just a really, really gentle process of taking that conscious mind, which is 99% of our mind, is 1% of our mind, and allowing it to sort of get out of the way in a way that is different and deeper than meditation. And then it invites the subconscious mind to lock in the feeling of the new affirmation or the new idea. And my work has been with anxious, depressed, suicidal ideation clients in the past. And the whole point of it is really we look for whatever traumatic things that there are or have been in your life. And we do that with the program. It's part of it. Because if you've got these repeated patterns of self-talk, negative self-talk, there's generally something there that may be locked in that maybe you're not even aware of, that we like to kind of deal with and get it out of the way so that we can really just focus on this manifestation piece and up leveling you. And that's like week 1. Let's get this stuff, or week 2, week 1.
I'm pretty sure it's week 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Just let's deal with this once and for all, get it out of the way. And hypnosis allows you to do that, but it's a very gentle process. It's very welcoming, inviting, and just peaceful. But it does work in the sense that your conscious mind steps aside and lets your subconscious mind get in touch with that part of you that will then remember this new feeling, this new vibration, lock it in, and then, moving on from there. So it's very effective, in my opinion.
Well, from my understanding too, Tammy, like when you're kind of training your brain, kind of like installing your OS system, that's when you're, in your formative years, 0 to 7, right? Where you're kind of like in constant theta brainwave state. And so when you're dropping into hypnosis, you're going back into theta in order to kind of tweak all that messaging and get it, set correct, or not even correct, but like set in a more positive tone.
Well, exactly. And so much of the limiting beliefs or things that we have coming up for us in our adult years are actually things that were set in that age period, from basically birth until the outside of 8, when you're in constant hypnosis and you're in this imagination station as a child, and whatever negative things that have happened that didn't feel good are locked in. And as a child, you can't determine what that is. It's so much harder as a child to understand right and wrong, good and bad, and to, you can understand what does not feel good, but it's how to deal with that feeling. So it gets locked in this negative context. And in order to heal that, we do need to do a little bit of that, release, so that we can carry forward and move forward from there. So I have had clients work with me personally, students decide to work with me personally just because there maybe is an extra layer or level of things that they want to resolve. And it's worked brilliantly and, very good. But for as far as the course is concerned, everyone has had tremendous movement in their psyche and shift in their vibration and shift in their frame of thinking. And because we do 12 weeks, that's a really lovely big chunk of meeting every week and really diving deep into these things. And then the once a month too, it's so interesting because you see them go from, struggling in whatever sense and way to someone who's like, hey, I know what to do now. I know when this thought comes up, what this means, why, and what to do about it. And I can fix it like that. So
and then they really coming in just to be able to chat with those of us who are of like mind too, because it's like we almost get to a point where it's like we all understand each other and kind of what we're dealing with, and how we'll sometimes slip back into something that, that programming that we don't like, even though we know how to shift out of it. But we know that if we go to the group and we have this call, we always leave it feeling so much better. So it's like, we're always excited when that Monday comes around and we're like, oh, yay, it's time for a call again to be able to like see each other and
you can catch up with everybody, and, find out what's been going on and where things happen. And then we always do a hypnosis with every live call as well at the end. So we kind of I wing it. I take whatever we've been talking about, or if there's anything specific. And sometimes the students will say, can we do this? Because this is where I'm having a problem. It's so funny.
Yeah, I love that.
And like, okay. So yeah, we always end up doing
Yeah, we
that.
have like 2 or 3 of them that are very vocal about that. I love it. It's so great when they do that. It makes it so much easier, doesn't it, Tammy? Like to know specifically what to do too, instead of just
For sure. I'm taking notes the entire time that we're all talking because things pop up. But when they already know, it's like, can we do this? Like they're so excited and it's so positive. And then we also take those and add them to the program afterward, set it to music and whatever. So it's always there for them to come back to if they need to.
Yeah, so wonderful. So cool. Yeah. So what do the two of you think is the biggest challenge that a lot of students or authors might come across when it comes to manifesting their ideal author career? Like, what do you think is the thing that maybe holds a lot of people back the most?
It's definitely the mindset.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Very limiting belief. Maybe a bit of that imposter syndrome thing, but just really limiting, like, who am I to think that I could achieve this success kind of thing is probably an overall.
Like the worthiness aspect of it.
Yeah, the worthiness aspect, I would say, is probably the most dominant. What do you think, Carissa?
Sure. I think the worthiness part for sure. And getting to the point of being able to identify when those thoughts come up, because that's where the magic happens, right? When you're able to actually catch yourself thinking the thoughts and repeating the thoughts and go, where did that come from? Like, what is this? And then when you can have that like question, now all of a sudden you're in charge and you can shift it. You can either go do a hypnosis or you can, choose actively to pick a better feeling thought or a better feeling, belief, because beliefs are just thoughts you continue to think. And so if you have a limiting belief, you can rewire it by doing the hypnosis, which is a lot faster than having to consciously try to do it. But consciously picking it as well works. Like when you can catch it consciously and go, that is not a belief I'm going to hold or adhere to anymore. I'm going to choose to believe this. And you keep doing that. You keep shifting over and over. Eventually, your mind will accept that as the new belief. And that's what our whole world consists of. Our perception is based off of the beliefs that we hold. So it's super powerful when we realize that we are in charge of changing our beliefs.
Just the tools that we have, that's like part of that tool belt is the meditations and hypnosis, but then also teaching the recognition, because it's not like you can go, oh, like notice this is happening. And then maybe you're not in a place where you can sit and do a hypnosis. Well, to be able to recognize it and then understand how to shift that perception is really important. So we teach that for sure.
It's a lot of inner work too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it is. It's all really, isn't it? But the nice thing is that the Millionaire Author Manifestation course, you've got that community that you were talking about, but you've got that community you can connect with, so you can see other people going through those ups and downs too and know that you're not alone. And you've also, once you're enrolled in the course, you've got it for life as well, right? Am I correct with that? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
Which is great because you just go back as you need, redo as you need. And I think that's amazing. That's awesome. So what else would you like to share about the courses coming up? And who do you think this is for?
Oh, this is for, I think, anyone who is really, they know that there's more to it. Like they feel like there's that little piece that's missing. Like they know that their books are good. They know that they should be earning more. They know that their author career should be bigger, but they're missing something and they can't figure out what it is. This is the what. It's because there's a mindset piece. There's an element somewhere in there that just needs a little nudge in the right direction. It needs to shift. And even if people are a little bit like put off by the term manifestation, which to me, I love the term, but that's because my vibe is a completely different place. But manifestation is nothing more than literally like deciding you want something and then taking the steps until you have it. That's all it is. And so we teach how those steps work. We teach and break down why it works. We teach, the thoughts and the main principles and beliefs that you want to have in your head so that when you're viewing the world from this perspective, you can see it in a way that makes things easy, that allows things to come in, that keeps your career moving forward and growing only. Like there's all these things that are very embedded into the course. You know what I mean? And so it's definitely for those authors who just, they know something's missing, but they're not sure what it is. What about you, Tammy?
No, that's you said it for sure. You could be just trying and that imposter syndrome, maybe for me, it would have been more about what makes me think I could have this kind of success. Who am I to think that I could be a successful author type thing? Especially when you are in this world, in this realm, like listening to the podcasts with interviewing, people that are hugely successful, or you hear of other authors, or you follow them or read their books, and you go,
Or you
my
have a
God, like
niece who is one.
I know you have a niece who is really successful after 4 books, like ridiculously so. It's like, whoa, what makes me think that I could do that? And I
Shouldn't that be the opposite? Shouldn't that be the example though? Shouldn't it? Yeah,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
this should be like, well, if they can do it, then I can do it. Of course.
Exactly.
Of course I can do it.
Yeah.
But it isn't. And that's the point too. The program.
Yeah. Right.
Like, yeah.
But that's the part we're teaching. Yeah. That shift of perspective, so that you can start to understand it can be easier. You're looking at it from a slightly skewed perspective, and let us show you how to view it a little bit differently. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
It's very refreshing to start thinking of things in that way, and to start working. It opens up your creativity. It opens up your flow. It just really allows you to connect with that part of you, with your characters, with your worlds. I mean, we cover it all, but it's a deeper connection. It's better. It's richer. It's fuller. It's so much more satisfying at the end of the day when you go, wow, like, look what I did. This is so great. And the ideas are coming, waking you up at 3:00 and you're downloading all this information that you need to write a new series or whatever. It's like turning that tap. Once you get over that hurdle of these limiting self-beliefs and, all the blockages and things that are happening, and you get over that, then it's like opening that funnel, right? Or opening that tap. And it's just like, okay, cool. Here you go. And then when you do it, yeah, it's great. I love that happening to us personally. I love watching our students have that happen to them. It's just brilliant. It's great.
I love the epiphanies that happen too, because sometimes we'll teach something in the lessons, and they'll want more explanation, or they want to go a little bit deeper into like their own life and what it's looking like. And then to see that epiphany happen in their eyes, like, because we do it face to face through our actual course platform now. And it's kind of like being in a Zoom meeting, but it's like we get to see everybody, and it's so great because all of a sudden it's just like, oh, now I get it. That just clicked. And it's like you can just feel it through that connection through the calls even. It's awesome. I love that. That's my favorite part when they get it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. And then when they give us feedback and say, I did this, or this is happening, or oh my gosh. And I could think, pretty much all the students in the past year, that it's like, wow, suddenly things are kicking off for them. And yeah, just getting busier and busier and just loving every minute of it, right? And finally feeling, I think, where they have wanted to always be. And it's happening. And it's just so cool. So cool to be part of all of that. So I love it.
I agree.
So much fun. So much fun. So one other question that I have for you, because there are going to be some people listening to this, because you've got the Millionaire Author Challenge and you've got the Millionaire Author Manifestation course. And I know that word millionaire can sometimes rattle people. So can you talk a little bit about why you've called them the Millionaire Author Challenge and the Millionaire Author Manifestation course? What's with the word millionaire?
Absolutely. Yeah. So that was very intentional in the very beginning. So I chose the word millionaire because I was seeing a lot of that poverty mentality, the lack mentality going through the indie author space. And so in order to kind of shock the system a bit, I chose that word so that they go, what the heck is this thing, millionaire, right? Because it's very divisive. There are some people who absolutely love it, who that's their goal, that's what they want, and others who are like, millionaires are jerks. You know what I mean? So there's almost like that divide. But I wanted to show or start this like slight perception shift that when you want something, no matter how big, so millionaire, author, career included, your job is to future cast toward it. Your job is to be thinking toward the future of it and put your energy and your focus on the thing that you want, not where you're at, not what's been happening, not how it's gone before, not your past. You're focusing on the future and where you're headed. So that was the point behind having millionaire in the front of it, so that everybody, and it doesn't matter if millionaire is even like your goal. The point is just to have a future number, a future place to go to. It could just be like, I want to have 20 books written. Like, it doesn't even have to be a monetary goal at all. But the name itself was just simply to get people into either number one, the shock state of going, what is this thing? Who are these people and why are they talking to me about this nonsense? Or to like literally be excited about it and go, oh, I need to figure out what this is. I need to like latch onto this and figure out how to make this work for me.
And I think that's something that people don't give enough credit to, is how it's not just you consciously, physically doing the work and, doing the promoting, doing all the things and writing book after book after book that will make you that success, that millionaire, that dollar figure. All parts of you need to be involved, right? We need the mind, we need the spirit, we need the body. We need to stay healthy. We need to, get your exercise, get your meditation in, do all the things, and understand too and appreciate that it's not you consciously doing this work. There's other things available to you. There's other forces that are wanting to participate in everything that you do and create. And to understand that, appreciate that, allow that, and then watch what happens. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So maybe just to wrap up here, if you can talk again about what you've got in store for everybody in February, where they can sign up and all of that awesome stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So we're going to be kicking off the Millionaire Author Challenge in February. So it'll be February 5th through the 9th. And then we'll have a final call probably that Saturday, the 10th, just to say, hey, how did everything go? Did you like it? And the Millionaire Author Manifestation course will start on the 26th of February. So there will be a little bit of a gap space for people to decide, do they want to come into the bigger course as well? Are they ready to take this concept that they've learned through the challenge and expand on it and really apply it to their author career in a deeper way? And if that's the case, then wonderful. So I'll make sure that I get the links to you. I can't remember for sure what the links are. So it's like millionaireauthorcoach.com/challenge, I want to say, and millionaireauthorcoach.com/manifestation. But I'm not 100%. So I'll just make sure I get those links over to you. But if they type those in, I'm sure something will pop up on both of those. So yeah, absolutely.
And how else can people connect with you both?
Well, my books are on Tammy Tyree, Tyree books.com. You can email me at tammytyree.com. Yeah, that's basically, I'm wide. I'm everywhere. If you're looking for my books or anything about me, you can Google anything. There's tons of podcasts out there as well that I am in. So if you want to know a little bit more about me, what I've written, go there. And Carissa, you as well, we have our own stores. So
right, we do. We are direct. We love that.
Yes.
So for me, it's carissaandrews.com if you want to check out my fiction works. And I write urban and paranormal fantasy. So that's that. And then my rom-com pen name is Carissa Knight. So you can check that out if you'd like. But I also have one nonfiction book called The Right Frame of Mind. If you're looking at shifting your mindset, understanding that, imposter syndrome for authors and how to get out of that nonsense. That is what that book is all about, which was way before any of the manifestation stuff, which I think is kind of funny when I look back at it. So that book is out there. Otherwise, you can check out the Author Revolution podcast. You can Google it because it'll come up, or head over to authorrevolution.org, which is my company, or millionaireauthorcoach.com, which is the kind of the manifestational side of things.
Wonderful. I'm also just going to do a bit of a plug because I highly, highly recommend the Future Self Author Meditation membership that both of you have put together, because I've been doing that, I think, since you launched in November. And I love it. It's my little routine now before I go to sleep every night. And it's got meditations and hypnoses. And if you're a stickler for having a plan and an order, then you follow it day by day and there is something new. Or if you're like me and you're all over the show, you can pick and choose, which I know Carissa doesn't recommend, but this is what I do. But I highly recommend
I
you
just
check
think
it
it's
out.
funny. Like people wanted a routine so they didn't have to think about how it goes.
Yeah.
And so we've created a routine and then everybody just picks and chooses anyway. And just
Right.
I think it's so funny. And I'm included in that. Like when we did the NaNoWriMo one, I think I did the very first meditation. I think it was the first meditation or hypnosis. I can't remember what it was. Over and over because I just like that one to get in the mindset before writing. And so I just did that was the only one I did for a long time during Nano. So I get it. It's fine.
We've done lots of meditations and hypnosis to sort of kickstart your writing day. I've done one, and I think we've posted it this month in January, which is the new page, the new chapter.
So good.
About it's a walking meditation, so you can clean your house. You can do it's a walking hypnosis, but safe to do while driving, kind of thing. So like, there's lots of different things that people, they favorite them, or they want to go back and do that one again, or they know that it's like, I'm having a little issue with this and I'm going to clear it up and listen to this over and over again, kind of thing. So they love that they can jump around, but also every month has a theme. Every month has a new theme, I guess is the right word, for your future self. And I love it.
Yeah, you can pick those themes for this month, or you can pick with a theme that we've already done. You have access to all of them. So if you wanted to do NaNoWriMo in January, do NaNoWriMo. I don't care. Like, go for it.
Like literally by the end of this year, Carissa, I was just thinking, because this is a leap year, so we're going to have 366 hypnosis meditations in the future self. Like, that's wild. Kind of makes my head burn.
Although some of them are repeated. Like, we do repeat some of them so that they can get access to them again. And if it fits in a similar theme, so I don't know if we'll have quite that many, but dang close.
Not like brand new, but like all together.
Yeah.
Like,
Put into the themes for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's been fun just to put them together and create it too. So it's neat.
And it's an app, so you can easily access it from the app and take it anywhere you go.
Yep.
I love it.
Oh, I absolutely love it too. And I just love, because I've done the Millionaire Author Challenge before, and I've got the Millionaire Author Manifestation course. You've also got those beautiful meditations and hypnoses and everything scattered throughout those two, which was my first introduction actually to hypnoses, I think. So amazing. And now I'm just, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Tammy, did you want to explain how hypnoses are different or similar to meditations? Just so, because I don't think we talked about that in this episode, in case anyone's actually curious about what hypnosis
I think I did. Like. That we go deeper. It takes you deeper. It takes and gets the conscious mind out of the way. It allows you to access the subconscious mind, which is 99% of your brain. So that's the biggest thing. And then when you're doing that, when you're accessing the subconscious mind and you're giving it different messages, different signals from the emotional level, not so much the consciousness level, you are rewiring, literally, you are rewiring synapses in your brain to have a different thought and a different feeling attached to that thought. So the old synapses, the old wiring, the old pieces and parts that didn't work for you before will work. Yeah. But it's amazing.
It feels so much like a guided meditation, because you're guiding them to a certain level of their subconscious, helping them to find a limiting belief, or perhaps and maybe not even a full limiting belief, but just a thought that isn't working for them, and helping them shift it into a more better feeling place so that they can get and connect to that higher vision for themselves, and then rewire it, like you just said, from the neurological standpoint.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes you don't even know what you don't know until you do the work, until you go in and go, oh my gosh, that's where that came from. Yeah. And consciously, it's more difficult for us to figure that out. And from that perspective, it's like, why do I keep having this? Well, maybe you're not connecting it with something that happened traumatically to you in the past, or it doesn't even have to be traumatic. It's just something that was locked in there again while you were a child, and you weren't able to really differentiate that, oh, I don't need to listen to this or understand this. It's just, this is how that makes me feel.
with the hypnosis, I found I don't even have to go to a specific memory or thought. Like it will just dissolve whatever the limiting belief or the vibe was around that specific thing. And like I don't even have to consciously dig it up. I don't have to like it's not a thing I have to go try to figure out like where's the block, like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like, oh, there's just like a pressure that's been released. It's no longer whatever that was is no longer there. It's so nice because I'm personally someone who prescribes to this idea that the more you bring up a block or bring up the limiting belief as the problem, and now it's a problem to fix, you're activating the problem. You're not activating the solution. And so it's the hypnoses, in my opinion, are so powerful.
Yes, because it's like just scraping the ice off a window. Then it's done. It's gone. It's done. We're not, and this isn't talk therapy. We're not going over this again and again and again and again for years. We are dealing with that right now. We're changing it. We're reframing it in your mind, in your subconscious, and you can move on. Which is much better in a much better frame of mind. So yeah, it's very effective. Yeah, and we do have practice hypnosis in. I'm not sure if we have it in the challenge, but we do definitely have it in the course where they can sort of give it a try and see. So a lot of people, I won't say a lot. There are some people that will automatically say, "I can't be hypnotized," and I'm telling you, yes, you can. Like, yeah, never a problem.
And we'll include the practice one in the challenge too. I think that would be a good place to start it as well, so that people know how it feels and what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
I highly recommend it. It's amazing. Like, just so impactful. A complete convert. I love it. So thank you both. Thank you both for coming on the show and sharing all this wonderful stuff on manifestation, and for the amazing challenges and courses and meditations and hypnoses and everything that you've created and are sharing with the author community. It's just awesome. It's so good. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Jo, and thanks for letting us talk about it. Yeah, it's so much fun to see you.
Yeah, my pleasure. So good to see you both. So here are some takeaways from today's show. 1. Changing your mindset for the better is not a one and done thing. It requires regular check-ins and realignment. 2. Serendipitous things happen when we pay attention to our energy and our thoughts. 3. Beliefs are just thoughts you continue to think and can be rewired fast through hypnosis. But there are other techniques too. We are in charge of changing our beliefs. 4. Noticing your thoughts and beliefs is the first step towards changing them. 5. Manifestation is simply deciding what you want and then taking the steps to bring it into your reality. 6. Other people's success is an example of what you can achieve. 7. Your big goals require you to futurecast and put your energy and your focus on the thing you want, not on where you're at. And 8. Being a successful author is more than just writing, publishing, and marketing your books. Your mind, body, and spirit also needs to be aligned for success. So, oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but every time I have Carissa and Tammy on the show, I just feel so jazzed to dive back into doing the work to manifest my author goals. I'm a huge fan of both of them and just in awe of all the amazing things that they give back to the author community. Their passion for wanting to see other authors living their best lives and receiving the abundance and success they deserve is truly special. If you've been listening to this and you're ready to join them and myself on this epic journey, then make sure you enroll in the upcoming Millionaire Author Challenge. So it's 5 days starting on the 5th of February, and it's going to give you a great jumpstart to a new month through blending author strategy and spirituality to uplevel your author career. Now, it's normally $297 US. So make sure you use the promo code MAC2024. That way you can get it for just $27. So that promo code again is MAC2024. And maybe by now you already know that you're committed to this journey of being the best author version of yourself, and you want to be amongst other amazing people doing the work and supporting each other. If that's the case, then I highly recommend you sign up to the 12-week Millionaire Author Manifestation course. Once you're in for life. And I'm already there, so you will see me there as well. There really isn't anything else like it out there. And this is where it gets really cool. Tammy and Carissa have been so super generous in that for the first time ever, they are offering 30% off to Alchemy for Author listeners when you sign up with my link and you use the promo code Alchemy, ALCHEMY. So I will make sure that all those links are in the show notes so that you can start this amazing manifestation journey. Or if you're already started, you can supercharge it with all this amazing support and resources that you're going to receive by doing this course. Now, you're also going to see in the show notes, and you might have seen on my social media as well, that there is another amazing course that I'm highly recommending to a lot of people in my circle at the moment. And I put a link to that in my show notes as well. And that is called Boldly Abundant, and it's created by Cathy Heller. Although it's not specifically geared towards authors, it's a 12-week course that's more business strategy alongside a strong emphasis on mindset and manifestation to create financial mastery and personal empowerment. So doors are open until the 2nd of February. So if it sounds like it's you, make sure you get in quick. And I recommend you do just go check it out and see for yourself if it's something that resonates for you. I have done courses with Cathy Heller before, and I honestly think she's absolutely amazing. I wouldn't be recommending this course to people in my circle if I didn't. This is a new course for her, but she has been giving out similar offerings for many, many, many years. So I highly recommend, if it's something that resonates for you, do a little bit more research, follow the link in the show notes and check it out for yourself. And then, if you have the means to do so, my recommendation as an author would actually be to invest in both the Millionaire Author Manifestation course and Boldly Abundant. So whilst being quite different offerings, they also strongly complement each other. And I really do think that together they will transform your author career and, dare I say, your life in ways that you can't even imagine. So there we have it. You know that I only recommend courses that I've either invested in myself or highly believe in. Regardless, I hope this episode has got you curious to delve deeper into manifestation and the role that hypnosis can play in circumventing that conscious mind to speed up your manifestations. Thank you to all of you who reached out to me and told me that you enjoyed last week's mini-sode. I will keep them going as I am able, so that's exciting. If you've been enjoying this show, please remember to subscribe, rate or review, share with a friend, tag me on Instagram at JoBuerAuthor or at Alchemy for Authors. Or for the price of a coffee, you can also support the show by visiting buymeacoffee.com/JoBuer. Whatever form of support you offer, it is something that I am so genuinely grateful for. It really helps me eliminate some of that discordant energy, as Carissa calls it. So, again, I hope you've enjoyed the show, my friends. Until next time, bye for now.